For one fall. Introducing team number 1 in the ring. First from Raleigh, North Carolina. He weighs 244 pounds. Bob Emery. His tag team partner from Washington, D.C. 256 pounds. Mike Justice. And wrestling fans, their opponents at a total combined weight of 547 pounds, woman presents Doom.
We haven't seen much of them. Who is that? Look at this huge man. Well, Jim, we expected to see Doom. We don't know too much about them, but we know even less about this huge man. Look at him.
We saw him for the very first time at the Clash on November the 15th. I've asked Woman what his name was, and said specifically it was none of my business.
Yeah.
We do know the man is 7 feet 2 inches tall and weighs 338 pounds, and he is Woman's bodyguard.
Well, we were shocked when we saw him from a long way away in the Clash, and now up close, he's even bigger than we thought. Wow, what a man.
What's a big guy?
Well, looks like Woman's not going to need any more help getting up to the ring. Wow.
It's like a human escalator. This put her up there at another level.
As devastating as Doom was, hard to believe he was with Woman again. Well, as we heard earlier in the program, the Steiners looking forward, actually, to meeting this tag team in the ring.
My thoughts flee to December 13th at Starrcade, our next big pay-per-view event. We encourage you to call your local cable company. That man's 7 feet 2, 338 pounds. The bodyguard of Woman, but in the Iron Team division, Doom will wrestle the Steiners.
Yep.
Doom will wrestle for the first time the Road Warriors, and Doom for the first time will wrestle the Skyscrapers. And as the top 4 teams in the sport, hooking up in that Iron Team division. And back in the ring, Doom starting up very quickly on 2 outstanding young athletes in Justice and Emery.
Justice at 256, Emery at 244. These are not small men, but against the devastation of Doom, well, Emery looks to be doing some work in there.
Mike Justice, big kid, but he's upside down in a pile driver.
Wow, that came fast. Ah.
These guys are awesomely strong, Chris, I'll tell you. And there's no doubt that she is not the strategist. She is the boss.
Yep.
She devises their strategy, and she says when Starrcade is over, after Doom defeats the 3 best teams in wrestling, that they will be, without a doubt, the best team in the sport today.
Justice takes a double arm axe handle into the face almost, now a rake to the eyes. But he still comes back with a couple of shots to the abdomen. There you go. Pummeled down by Doom. Jim, we still haven't come up with an idea of what to call these, whether it's Doom 1, Doom 2, I guess just collectively Doom. They seem to be interchangeable.
I think we should tell the fans next week. Chris will be joined by Terry Funk, who'll be taking my chair. I'll be doing other assignments for the NWA and World Championship Wrestling. Terry Funk will have his own inimitable style.
Not quite sure how I feel about sitting alongside Terry Funk. It's been real enjoyable sitting alongside you, Jim Ross.
Well, thanks, Chris. It won't be dull, I'll tell you that, with Terry Funk out here. It's not dull right now for Bob Emmerich whatsoever, and they like to use the high-impact maneuvers. We saw them use the hammerlock there and then slam the man on it.
We are told that the official publication of the National Wrestling Alliance, NWA Wrap-Up, is working on a special investigative piece about Doom to try to find out just a little bit more about them. And we're also going to have to ask them at the NWA Wrap-Up to find out what they can about this bodyguard now, Woman.
This guy's a giant, 7 feet 2, 338.
They're just working over Emery.
They're trying to work him into a submission, quite obviously. Very basic maneuvers.
You can see Justice outside the ring still hurting from the moves of Doom. Knees just driving right into that arm and the back there of Emery. Good tag team maneuvers here. Quick tags by this team of Doom. Well trained by Woman.
Fans, this reminder, the most controversial man in the sport, perhaps the man in wrestling. The total package Lex Luger defending the U.S. Championship against Flying Brian. That coming up a little bit later in the program.
Jim, I think out of fairness, we should point out that it was a rematch ordered by the National Wrestling Alliance certainly not something that Lex Luger is looking forward to, although after what he did at Clash, you kind of wonder if he's concerned about anybody in the National Wrestling Alliance. As far as he's concerned, he rules this organization.
I'll tell you something. If he thinks he rules the division, he'll get his chance at the Starkey. Look how big that guy is. We don't even know his name. I'll tell you something. I study the game, as I know you do, Chris, and I know just about every wrestler that wrestles in the country. I've never seen this big guy in the ring. I don't know anything about him, but the referee's stopping this one. Emery's had enough, quite obviously.
Yeah, that's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the match, Doom.
Well, I'm not sure what we can see again. We will try to see how exactly how Doom won that match. They just totally dominated the big team of Bob Emery and Mike Justice.
Again, we have to thank December 13th. Doom, for the first time, will wrestle the Road Warriors, and for the first time, the Skyscrapers. In addition to wrestling the Steiners in that Iron Team division, it's going to be something, fans. And right now, let's find out what Joe Pedicino knows.